And happy Festivus, you guys. This is the pre-Festivus show, of course, because Festivus is actually tomorrow. I do celebrate Festivus, and I'm sitting here in my little Festivus shirt, and I got my little Festivus pole out, and I'm so excited because tonight we get to air grievances, which for the uninitiated means we about to drag the hell out of some soap operas and some writers and some producers and some executive directors, some networks, quite possibly some fans. Even if I get a tick in my burr, I might just point some people out. So, um, anyway, I hope that we all have fun and we gonna do something different. Everybody is gonna take a show and present their grievances, and then we're gonna discuss them grievances. And if you in the comments and you got grievances you won't discuss, please make sure that you throw them up there because it's probably the same thing we're gonna be discussing anyway. Because I haven't seen us come across anything new. Have you, darling?
No, it's pretty much the same, especially in certain shows. The same shit they doing wrong now they was doing wrong over the summer and at the beginning of the year.
Hmm. So I don't expect anybody. Hey, Can
Hey,
Can.
Can.
I don't.
Sorry, wait.
Well, that's okay. We only get started at 7 o'clock. Almost every night. It's not.
So, so, Bubs, how did you want to break this down? Did you want us? I know to make room for the airing of grievances, we need to kind of keep our discussion of what happened on today's show kind of tight. So, do you want to do like the mini review of what happened on the soap today, and then hit the same grievances for the soap?
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna talk about what happened and the grievances all in the same little block. So I guess we'll
All right.
minutes for grievances and 15 minutes for reviewing what happened on the show. However, y'all want to make best use of your time, just know
Okay.
there's gonna be four of us, maybe five if Sam catch up. She probably had to work or something because today's Thursday. Today is Thursday. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
because I just remembered that I have tomorrow off the whole day. And I don't know who woman is on Duolingo who thinks she gonna keep me down to the second place. But ma'am, I ain't gotta go to sleep until Monday, okay? And by Monday, I'll be damn fluent, okay? I'm not gonna be.
Lord, there come that damn competitive streak out of bubble. In there, Sam.
Hey Sam, ma'am,
Okay,
listen,
our time is ticking, ladies.
she got
All right.
1604 points, and I have 1601 points. And this bitch better not
So
sleep till after Christmas because I'm coming for them 3 points.
yes, indeed. So
Enough.
did y'all want to? I think we should probably start off with the lighter soaps. As far as grievances, so did y'all want to
Right.
hit days? Because they are the people who we have the least amount of grievances with, I would think, as a group.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sam, are you ready to present for days?
If not, I can go kick on to Y&R first.
Or I can do General Hospital because after today,
Okay, go. Yeah, go. Let's run with General Hospital.
let me tell y'all about General Hospital. The thing that I love is the Joker and Harley Quinn. Gazoon tight, girl.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. I thought I had it on mute.
No, but you cool.
Hmm?
Joker and Harley Quinn got a baby. And they mad at each other about the baby and shit that happened in the past that was none of us privy to, but they ready to eat each other. Like at first, I thought that Heather was gonna be afraid of Ryan, but like she is in his face, like, boy, you don't scare me. I had your ass howling like a wolf up in the woods. Ain't
Exactly.
you trying to scare me? Boy, bye. So I love that vibe between them where that, and she was like, you know what? We're gonna find out who hurt our little girl, and we're gonna make them motherfuckers pay like they ain't never paid.
Mm,
Cause I tell you what, you done told me I got a baby girl and she okay. Oh hell no, bitch. We coming for whoever got my baby girl. Cause this fixing to stop. Like I'm so excited to see the two of them turning Gotham upside down and making Batman cry. Like I don't even know who they Batman would be. Who gonna be their Batman? Who gonna be their Robin? Mm.
mm.
Trina and Spencer, I'm gonna go on because this is my grievance right here with these cheerings.
Mm.
So instead of the two of them going ahead and admitting, I'm falling asleep just thinking about it. Instead of the two of them going ahead and admitting that they got feelings for each other and just going on ahead and being in a damn relationship. Oh, excuse me. They decide they gonna pretend to be in a relationship so they
Oh,
can flush out whoever they can flush out Esme. Because they still under the belief that Esme is the one out here hooking people, but drunk ass Nicholas holding Esme and Elizabeth hostage. He holding Elizabeth emotionally hostage because she didn't told him she won't out. She didn't had a fake miscarriage for this fake baby, and she didn't told him if I had known from the beginning that Esme didn't have shit to do with this, I would have called the police. But now you got me sitting up here and I still got to partake in this shit. And I don't want nothing to do with it. Your wife then came and got in my face like she was fixing to slit my damn throat. Your son probably go, how the hell I'm gonna explain to my grown ass son that I was pregnant and then I had a miscarriage? You know what I mean? Like everybody know this shit now. Thank you very much, fucking Nicholas. So my grievance is that they wasting all this time with Spencer and Trina. Is this supposed to be cute to somebody? Because I grew up in the 80s when soap couples was made different. And this shit ain't cute to me. It ain't appealing.
mm.
It's like they throwing meat, like they took the ribs out the deep freezer and put them in the snow to defrost. That's how I feel about Spencer and Trina. And people are like, oh my God, that's the fireworks is so hot. I mean, maybe 6 years ago it was hot, but right now I just feel like shit. Can they move on? Can they pretend to have sex and maybe accidentally really have sex so something can happen? Because I'm about as tired of them as I was tired of Brooklyn and Chase. And them was two grown ass people. And when they finally did decide to fuck Chase, Brooklyn messed it up because she didn't send that letter for Chase. And he told her, I'm gonna still help you get your shit together with your songs and get your shit back from this shady ass man. But that's it, girl. Ain't gonna never be nothing between me and you. And she still thinks just because she finally snapped out of it and wrote this little letter that people supposed to forgive her. Ma'am, he needed that letter 6 weeks ago, not yesterday. So take your licks and get the fuck on because he looked better with Sasha right now. I really don't want to have to fight you, Brooklyn.
Wait a minute. Hold the hell on.
And I'm holding.
Brooklyn.
And I'm holding.
Not chasing Sasha.
Girl, I want chasing Sasha so bad my little girl penis got hard.
Damn.
Have you seen them in a scene together? Like, I just wanted them to rip their clothes off right there. It's Christmas. People dressed for winter. I was like, can they go on to have
A long time ago. Didn't they used to?
Girl, I don't know, but they was
didn't they
there
used to date?
volunteering for something, and I was like, can they just go have sex on them toys? Fuck them kids.
Oh my God.
Why do we not have Chase
Oh
and
my
Sasha? They done wasted all this time on Chase and Brooklyn and Sasha breathing. Hell,
Yeah.
Brenda been dead for how long? It's time for her to move on. I was about to say her baby need a daddy, but her baby dead too. This woman is free, single, and clear. Can we please put her with Chase? Because you know what? She gonna respect him being a police officer and what he want to do. Because she understands having people respect what she wants. Because right now she under conservatory. She can't shit unless she asks Gladys if she can use the bathroom first. So
That's right.
she would completely understand Chase when he says, I want somebody who understands and respects me and what I want and is not going to block me when I say the only thing I ever wanted to do with my life is be a cop, and they're not going to sit there and cop block my one last effort. Because now Brooklyn running around town telling everybody, but I wrote that letter, but I wrote that letter, but I wrote that letter. Brooklyn, he needed the letters. Them people that made their decision. They done went home. They done fucked their husbands and wives, ate dinner and ate breakfast 6 times over since they needed that letter from you. And you just didn't want to do it because you was being selfish because you wanted what you wanted. And guess what? He gonna still help you get what you want. But you can't.
He good.
So walk away, ma'am. Walk away. That's right. He is good because he told her today. Yeah, you fucked us over when you didn't do that letter, and I can't be with somebody like that. But I promised you that I was gonna help you get your music back from this guy. And I'm a man of my word, so I'm gonna help you. Girl, they were singing today, and I was upset at first because I was like, who in the hell is all this damn singing for? But he was singing with somebody else, and it sounded good. I mean, I guess it was all right. Um, you know, he was there trying to do this shit for her. And you asked absolutely right. I wouldn't do shit for Brooklyn after that. But he said, I'm my word, and I told you I'm gonna help you get your shit back. I'm gonna help you get your shit back. I got a lot of problems with Brooklyn because all she had to do was write that letter. That man would have, and they would have still been together. That's the thing. That's the lesson she needs to learn is that you sacrificed your relationship because you didn't want to lose your relationship.
Exactly. And she lost it anyway.
Right, because he still would have been a cop and he still would have helped her sing them damn songs. Because he told her, this ain't really what I want to do, but you need my help, so I'm going to help you. Like, what? I mean, I really want to be a cop, but you need my help, so cop right now, I might as well help you. He never said, I wish I could go back to being a cop so I ain't got to help you with this shit. Not one time did he ever say he was going to stop helping her if he went back to being a cop. She just assumed that in her own head and took it and ran with it. Okay, girl, well then bye. So like I said, give me right now. Cha-cha. That's what I'm going to call him. Cha-cha. Cha-cha. What their name gonna be? Sasha Shash.
I just call it. You good? I just be calling their asses Cash or something. I don't know.
Sasha. I don't know. We'll figure something out, honey. But that's what I want right now. And my only other grievance is still gonna be Kentucky Fried Ted Martin. I need them to just say that maybe he can get hit in the head while they're looking for Lucy, and he can wake up with an American accent. Because you know sometimes people get hit in the head and they wake up and like they can play the piano or speak foreign languages, or now they got an accent. They can do that with him. It's General Hospital. Let him get hit in the head. They send him for tests, and he just wake up and he ain't got that countrified accent no more. Because I can't take Foghorn Leghorn too much longer. Not in 2023. He sounds atrocious. Ain't nobody in the South that sound like that. Not absolutely not one person.
And this is from people who in the South. Ugh, terrible.
Right. Y'all, you get vocal coaches, watch TV. Like when they and we ain't going to talk about days yet, but sometimes when these shows talk about, well, we went to Nashville. Who's Nashville? We don't sound like that. Where you get we like I would watch the TV show Nashville and I'd be like, where did they find those people? We don't sound nothing like that. Not even the white people sound anything like these people on this TV show. And then
who is y'all dialect coach? Goodness.
And then you find out some of the people, they're from Australia and shit, and you're like, oh well, that makes sense right there, because they wasn't gonna never sound like us. They from down under. Okay. They're doing the best they can. But I need them to get rid of his accent. It's too much. I need whatever this is going on with Lucy to be over with. It's too much. I really want Nicholas to pay. Like Esme told Ace today. When my daddy find me, Nicholas is gonna hurt for what he doing to me. He gonna have the nerve to ask her, who are you talking to, Esme? She's like the baby. Because you don't leave me to talk to no damn body else. Who you Your mama? She ain't here, neither is Helena. So he asked her why she be talking to the baby and what she saying. She's like, well, stuff like how his daddy a piece of shit and I can't wait till we get out and it's Christmas and I'm sitting in this raggedy ass castle and I don't even know we're gonna be together because his raggedy ass daddy trying to steal him. What you think I'd be talking to the baby about, raggedy bastard? Is your ass drunk? Like he went to her drunk.
Yeah, so did. She should have knocked him out.
She was like, sir.
He need his ass whooped.
She said the only reason you in here bothering the fuck out of me is because don't nobody else want to talk to your ass and I ain't got a choice. Like I can't go nowhere. So I guess I'm gonna be here listening to your drunk ass rant. And that's all he did was come and talk about how miserable his life is. Well, you made them choices. Did nobody tell you to have sex with Esme? Stop blaming her for what your dick did.
Mm, mm,
You
mm.
got to remember, sir, she's the child in this equation. She ain't even 25 yet. So technically, she's still on her. Well, she ain't on Ryan Chamberlain's insurance plan, and she ain't on Heather's insurance plan either, but she ain't 26 yet. So she will still be on her parents' health plan according to the United States government. She's still a child. And you went and on top of that, she was your son's girlfriend. You did that to
And he knocked her
yourself.
up. Mm-hmm.
You did that to yourself. So you a grown ass man. If you was gonna cheat on your wife at her home, you should have had the decency to put on a condom. That's the very least you could have done. But
Yep.
that's Nicholas raggedy ass. And so those are my grievances. And I didn't even really take up a whole 30 minutes to talk about GH, but I'm sure you guys
I
have
got
an
some.
opinion on some
Yes.
things because
Oh, my GH grievances are very short. My main grievance is that they do not know how to space anything. Sprina has all the potential in the world, but they have wasted it to the point that now it's like you talking about how they gonna fake date. Okay, so we spent a year of them not being together, even though they wanted to be together, only for them to turn around, finally kill Bori Rory, to finally free the girl up. Spencer finally got his ass out of lockdown. Everybody's single. Everybody is aware of their feelings. But now we going into fake ass dating to try to lure the hook out of the shadows.
hey,
Oh my God.
let me
Anything but a relationship.
Let me make it even better for you. Jocelyn is out here on the side road, and her and Dex tongue fighting each other. Joss getting all the action. She fixing to get the dick soon, and now Trina is just pretending to be in a relationship.
And Cameron's still in the dog.
Cameron's still in the he the dog. But
Mm, mm,
Jocelyn
mm.
Dex was in the dog for real, honey, because her little tire blew out or whatever on the side of the road. And he pulled over and she was like, oh, no, strange person. I don't need any help. You don't have to stop. Keep driving. And then he got out of the car and she saw who it was. Because I'm like, girl, first of all, if a stranger stopping to help you with your car, don't stand outside your car and talk to him. Get your ass back in the car and dial AAA or 911 or I don't know, your big-headed mama and let somebody know where the hell you at. But you sitting out here trying to engage with somebody you can't even see because she couldn't see for the headlights.
Mm.
Dummy. So then they stood on the side of the road and talked and did their little thing. And the next thing you know, they were swabbing each other's tonsils. And I said, well, I guess she'll tell Cameron sooner or later because Dex keeps telling her that she needs to stop denying herself and she needs to go on and do what she knows she wanna do. And she sure did what she wanted to do today. Cause I think she tasted what he had for lunch.
Mm. Well, you know how this is going in. And you know how GH is. They are fond of catching people flagrante delicto. So all this is going in Cam walking in on Jocelyn riding Dex to glory.
Yep.
I hope so.
Yep. And I
Because
want Kim.
go ahead on, Sam.
That rolls into my GH gripe.
Come
I'm
on.
gonna need Cam. I'm gonna need Cam, that sweet, hardworking, cute young man with the heart of gold. When
Mm.
he catches that trollop riding Dex unapologetically to her first real screaming orgasm, I want Cam. I want him to grow his hair long, start wearing all black, and cussing everybody out and bagging all the hoes. I want
Well, you
him
almost
to
done
sow
what
his
you want.
wild oats.
You almost there, girl, because his hair is starting to grow out a little bit long. I think they is getting him ready for his rebel phase. His
That's
mama
what.
out here faking pregnancies and having breakdowns, and his girlfriend
It,
that broke up with the sweet little girl that would have been by his side. Now she in love with his cousin, and the girl
yep.
that he decided to be with is out here riding grown ass men while he out here busting tables at the little restaurant. Poor Cam.
That's right.
Poor
So
Cam.
Kim does not deserve this. They had this thing with Joss and Dex like they star-crossed lovers. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Cam ain't did nothing to nobody to deserve none of this. This boy seems like he worked more than he do anything. I don't even see how he got time for school. Every time I see him, he busting a table or taking an order or something.
Or
And she
something.
round here at right working. He couldn't even hardly go to a camping trip with his brothers because he had to work. He had to, force himself not to go to work because Elizabeth is a working mom. I'm gonna need Josh to get hit by a bus soon because Cam, I need him to hit his hot boy phase. I want to see him out here looking all buff. I want him to have his shirt off every now and then with long hair. Don't care because they doing Cam dirty,
But
big time.
listen,
Well, you
Cam,
know what Cam's real sin is? He couldn't get Jocelyn off. That's his sin.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because she
He
said
was a bad boy.
ever since the cabin, things just ain't really been the same. Like I'm trying real hard with Cam, but I just, there's no spark. It's like, just it's just so boring. Like, you know what I mean, Trina? Oh, you don't. You're still a virgin.
Knowing
Sorry.
Trina don't know.
Right. Like she
Mm-hmm.
be wanting Trina to tell her everything, and Trina does. Trina tells that girl more than she tells her damn mama. And Josh is just full of secrets over here. Full of the secrets. She ain't
Hey,
told Trina about the first kiss, much less the second. Full of the secrets. Full of the secrets.
yeah.
She getting ready to break up with Cam, and would have broke up with him if Spencer hadn't come up in there punching people out. She was getting ready to break
Mm-hmm.
up Cameron while he was at work on his shift. She went there to break up with him, and then after
That's
all
right.
that shit was down, and they came and told them that they found that boy dead. She was like, "Oh well, I guess I just hold this in." So she like,
Well, Josh, this does come from a family of proud cheaters, so it's destiny basically. Oh, and
yes.
SB Ryder put up in the chat about GH, which I don't watch often. My only gripe is Sparina taking way too long. I think everybody's just sick of them on that point to even get started. Not using their many gay LGBTQ characters in any storylines, and Liz being underutilized as always.
I forgot they even had any gay
Yes.
LGBTQ characters. If we gonna really be honest about it, and they using Liz,
Terry.
but right, they using her terribly because instead of her having her own storyline, her storylines pivots into shit about other people, and it didn't make no sense getting to the end. They don't know what to do with her. They need somebody that
I
understands that
think that's the problem.
and how to write for her, and they don't. Because this shit that we
That's
just
the
went through
problem.
with her, and then we this pivot from her fan story to her damn Nicholas's story. Elizabeth is an adjective now. She's an accessory. You want to throw something
Hmm.
That's a
down
shame. Because
to the
that
story,
actress is the bomb.
right?
25 years for that bullshit, and that's
And
just it's ridiculous.
the actress is incredible. I was really looking forward to that story when she didn't know what was happening to her. When
Girl,
she was sitting in that
yeah.
chair. Remember she was
She ain't know,
sitting in
we
that
ain't
living
know,
room and
was
she
she
had
haunted?
well,
Was she...
she didn't know. Right. She was so freaking. I was like, oh my God. I see why Liz has so many fans. Becky
We were
Hurst can act her
enthralled.
ass off.
She had us enthralled, girl. But
Even
what?
at the palm. And then what did they do to us, Bubbles? As soon as we seen that, they shipped her off screen. Like, what the is you doing? My mouth was set for Elizabeth to run those beats. Elizabeth had done lost her damn mind sitting in that chair, and I was loving it. I mean, she stole the whole scene. I mean, her co-star Easton was with her, but she was the moment. but they shipped her off screen, talking about some hospital. And
Right.
then Ken took over her kids.
Right. And then when she get out the hospital, it stands damn well, what had happened, girl, is your daddy was having an affair with one of his students, and you pushed her down the stairs. And so we gave you these pills to make you forget all that shit. But then when you didn't really forget all that shit, we dumped you and ran away and made it like we was dead. And then who knew that you would end up dating your daddy's hoe's husband? Small world, ain't it? What the fuck? Like who brought that? Who brought that Go Studio? Who brought them pictures out? They even had Gladys up in this storyline. Like what the hell? I feel like we was on this storyline for 2 years, all for it to be some damn Scooby Doo shit about who pushed Kagome down the damn stairs. Like, are you really fucking kidding me? What happened to Elizabeth's story? Oh, it was about her being drugged. Cause she pushed Kikyo down the stairs. Okay, all right then. I'm gonna go on home. Y'all have a good night.
You could say that again. You could say that again. So this first 30 minutes was dedicated to GH gripes, right?
Yes.
Correct.
I got another
Okay.
one. Carly.
Big
I love
damn Carly. Okay, go ahead.
I love Laura Wright. I even love Carly as a character because I love badass women. And even fault, she is badass. However, I do have a problem with Carly not getting consequences for her badassness. So listen, since since I'm the type of person that likes characters that are dark, gray, and outright villainous and evil, I'm gonna accept it in all the grays in the all in between. You feel me? However, even though I love them as characters, I also need to see them go through the consequences of these actions, whatever they may be. I don't mean jail because I know that's not realistic for soaps, but it seems to me that Carly is on a roll with getting away with keeping people from their kids. Um, she just got away with it with Nell. I'm going to need for her to be the town pariah for a long time. If not, I will consider that very unfair on GH's part. And I don't know if it'll be savory to continue to watch her storylines.
I agree with I agree with you. If Carly doesn't pay significantly for this, because I don't ever try to say fight with your grandmama who been watching this show since Agnes Nixon put pen to paper. But Carly should have learned from the last time, and Nixon Falls is no excuse. What Nina did is not the same thing. Wasn't nobody's life or death hanging in the balance. Now she don't know that Willow's life is hanging in the balance, but anybody who can look at that girl and put two and two together should be able to get 9,574. Drew sat there about that shit, and he was like, "Hold on a minute. You sitting here talking about you need to find your birth parents. You've been looking yellow, green, and different shades of Casper White for the past 3 weeks. Girl, is you dying? Because you've been passing out all over the damn place." Like Carly is so intent on her hatred of Nina that she ain't seen the signs in her face. She was there when that girl passed out. She see Willow eyes all sunk in, looking like the damn priest coming to get Carol Ann. That's what the fuck she looked like. Kudos to whoever doing that makeup over there, because that girl really do look like she about to go meet death at any moment now.
And it's such a shame because the actress is such a pretty little girl. But you're right. The makeup department has her looking sickly as hell.
Child, her hair is dull. I think her hair, she got some gray strands up in there.
She got ashy Larry lips.
Her lips is ashy. You see white ashy people. That
like she
girl,
been eating powdered donuts.
She look like she been eating powdered donuts and out of flour bag. She is white, sick white, about to die white. But Carly don't see it. Drew sat there and put two and two together and was like, okay. But he ain't told Carly because Willow told him not to tell nobody. But again, why can't you look at her and see?
Up,
Y'all,
and we hit
You know what?
7:30.
I think the thing is for me with Carly is that point blank in the period, she plays God too much. She has a God complex. That's why I need to see her taken all the way down.
yeah.
I'm done with that.
Okay, so now who's gonna go next since we done got GH out the way?
Well,
We
the
can. I
chat's
can hit.
already talking about bold. The chat, I just checked it
Well,
out.
but I think Bo should kind of go last
I
because
think that
everybody
should
gonna
go
have a lot to
last
say.
because we got this whole entire show as a whole drag form.
Exactly. I can. We can hit Y and R and then or days because days has.
They
I have
let three,
comparatively much
yeah,
less to complain about days than any of the other stories.
correct.
Exactly. I mean, literally, we should just spend our days time just talking about days like normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can talk
It's
about
not
days
enough.
like normal. The drags on days is gonna take like 5 minutes.
Right.
It
We'd be
really is.
reaching to do 30 minutes of complaints on days.
Yeah, I don't have a one complaint about Days of Our Lives, except for how them people just let all kinds of shit go on in Stefano's house. That's my only thing. That's my only
My
So
only complaint
today's
about my
y'all.
only complaint about days thus far is that only one of Kate's children has come back on.
For
The,
Christmas.
yes, only
Yeah.
one
well,
of
one
Kate's
in
children and no none of look none of Marlena's other children have come back. Those are my only complaints, and y'all know which one I'm talking about.
that's the thing.
Ooh.
They part of the way that Days avoids the GH problem, where GH is too cast heavy, but they don't do nothing with all those people, is that this is how they rotate people out. They don't write them off. They just send them off to New York. They send them to London. They send them to the nut house. They send them to prison so that they can pop them up later. Because if you don't actually move all these people around, you end up with the mess that GH is. All top heavy, all these people standing around not doing a damn thing but pissing you off.
Waiting on their
Mhm.
story to finish.
Right.
Mm.
And I'm
So,
a certain story waiting, but we already talked about GH. We can't go backwards because I don't want to
Right.
talk about it.
So Days, I really did like Days. One thing I wanted to point out is that I just love little Miss Rhoda Penmark and her nasty, nasty attitude at her young age.
my new favorite character. With Days of Our Lives, I am content with picking a new favorite character every week. Last week it was Sloan. This week it's Rachel Black.
Honey, and Gabby daughter ain't no shortstop. She coming with the fire,
Mm.
talking about I got three daddies and I don't believe in Santa Claus and what you gonna do? What tap dance you gonna perform?
You know,
And this gotta match my outfits too.
It can't-
She counting her mama's bodies. Look, see, I know how your boyfriends is. You know, you
Baby.
with this
Okay.
and Stefan and this guy.
And Jack, Jake, who else? She
And
just named them all. I
like
said Nexy, bitch.
my damn thing. And I was like, hold on.
That's how Nexy is her mama.
Meanwhile, them Newman kids talking about they want an ass wiping PlayStation. The shit
Indeed.
Put
about
put a pin in Ari and Rachel Black going to getting grown and going to high school together because I wants to see that shit.
Can we talk about Jarlena bumping and grinding, doing the oochie coochie with the door wide open while the grandchildren downstairs in the church
this. Is they doing the oochie coochie with the door open since
with the door open, baby?
They'll tell all these grown people to get out their house with their churn too.
They trying to walk around bucky naked
with the door open since
with mistletoe and garland wrapped around the stairs.
but go ahead.
But
so
yeah,
yeah,
but yeah,
so listen, you're right about the pin in the we talked about this about the youth coming up in Days about I clearly see them mapping out the future of Days. I don't know if anybody else
unlike other shows.
exactly. We see this. We see they bring these kids out, and these kids have already grounded roots. Rachel, don't quit Chloe. I don't care.
No.
10 years when
Mm-mm.
Rachel is grown, that's her target. Chloe, stay away from Brady. Little Miss Gabriella's daughter, Ariana,
Mm.
Lee said that she was basically he got fashionable women in his life. So we see how fashionable Gabby is. We know that is just how fashionable Ariana is going to be. Can't wait to
Mm-hmm.
see it. Can't wait to see it. Now we got little Henry that's still too young, but hopefully he'll get a little age. Sydney is still out there. I heard people talking about Sydney. I don't know anything about Sydney. That's Sammy and EJ's youngest.
Yes, she's away at school, I believe, since she's the youngest. Um, Things were kind of tumultuous. I would assume that Sydney has been spoiled to within an inch of her life, considering everything that went down with Nicole swapping her and everything, and then the big nasty custody fight that EJ and Sammy had over her because they weren't together at the time she was conceived. Sydney was conceived in grief sex. So
Oh,
yeah. Sammy and EJ were not together when she was conceived. Then there was a whole bunch of other mess that happened. So I would assume that Sydney has probably been spoiled to within an inch of her life. I would assume she is the child who's probably the most like Sammy.
you know what? Is she should she be about the age as Wendy? She's younger than Johnny.
Younger. No, she'll be younger because the twins are the old. So because she'll be a bit younger.
Well,
But
can
not
we?
as young as Ariana.
No,
Well,
no, no, no.
SB Writer in the comments is saying, ladies, that my day's complaint is that I want some old characters that I knew from the past to return for a short storyline, such as Mimi, Philip, Lucas, Sammy, and Hope. I would have to agree.
Well,
Well, you're gonna get
what
Hope.
Beyond Salem's are for.
Well, is Beyond Salem on right now, though?
But they do
No.
it regularly. They literally just mentioned that Will is writing one now.
Oh.
They did
Well,
that was in the dialogue recently because Sonny and Jackson are getting closer. Sonny cannot come back home for Christmas because he is currently writing another
Oh, Will,
Beyond
yeah.
another right. Will. He's writing another movie for
so
Peacock.
what
And they
season is
actually
that
said
gonna
Peacock
be?
in the dialogue, right,
Season
guys?
3 of Beyond Salem, I guess.
Can't you guys, if y'all
Hmm?
recall, do y'all recall that in the dialogue?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, when Will called him to tell him he couldn't come home for Christmas, it was because he's writing something for Peacock.
And so that's what
Mm.
we can't call that a gripe against Days because Days, even before they went to Peacock, they went back and did the Last Blast. They do go back and go offline with characters that are not currently being aired on the air show, and they have a show of characters that are offline. They even did that before Peacock.
So
Their
they
Last
okay.
Blast was before Peacock, correct, darling?
Yeah, when they made sure to get Philip's ass back home finally for the Last Blast reunion. When they got all their teens from the late '90s back on the canvas.
Now, how would
Well,
one like SB Writer who didn't get to see that, how would she go back and see The Last Blast? Because that's before I was watching Days.
Unfortunately, you can't. Despite the pleas of many, we do not have archive days on Peacock. Basically, you taking your chances with YouTube or torrent to find those older episodes.
It's specifically The Last Blast.
Mhm.
And there was another one, Chabby in Paris.
Oh yeah, because that's the thing. Before they started doing before they started doing Beyond
Beyond
Salem,
Salem.
Days experimented extensively with like these mini episodes. So they had Chabby had a whole little mini series of them in Paris while they were off screen, and I think the success of that is what made them realize that Beyond Salem could work.
Facts. So, on my favorite soap, tonight when we doing Festivus, I'm just going to have to stand in. That can't be a gripe. We're going to strike that from Daisy's record. Okay?
Okay, girl, that's cool.
okay, so if we don't need to talk about no more grievances with days, can we move along?
Well, wait,
Well, let's talk about some.
I haven't even gotten to my little mini grievance.
Oh, you had one. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like I said, I don't have. Yeah, oh, compared to the other soaps, I don't have much against Days. The only thing that I think that they probably need to improve on is that, and I understand why they do it. so I'm not mad at them for it, but it's just a little bit annoying, is that I think because they run so many stories, which is excellent, they have to keep a very tight, concise schedule. Their stories got to have a start, a middle, and an end. And sometimes because they're trying to keep that tight schedule, the endings don't really make as much sense as you would like them to do, but it's soap, so you suspend reality. Like this whole thing with Chanel and Paulina and how they resolved the matter of her supposed murder charge from the UK. That's all been tied up in a nice little bow, and all it took was 5 sentences to tie it up. Bam, it was over with, which is good because there you can see where they're shifting us to to the conclusion to other stories, but you also see them laying the groundwork for the start of new stories too. But it's just that sometimes I feel like maybe because they're trying so hard to stick to their schedule that sometimes the endings they lack a little oomph is all. So not really a gripe, just like a tiny constructive criticism.
Right. I can see that. I can agree with that.
But that's it. I have no notes. I'm happy with the new additions. I'm happy with the people with the amount of screen time that's dispersed among the cast. I'm happy with the acting. I'm happy with the interactions. I'm happy with the investment in the new characters. New
Yes.
characters they get such a rough road when they first get to shows because if you don't invest in them properly and give them the chance to really mix it up with people, then it's really easy for them not to catch. And Days gives their new characters all the room in the world to spread their wings. It's why Sloane already has people who kind of dig her. It's why Jenwin already has people who dig her. It's how Chanel was able to catch fire when she first showed up on the show. So yeah, no notes. I'm good with that.
And even Jada, people are pining
And
right now. I hear a lot of gripes. I'm going to go ahead and bring forth some gripes I have heard on social media regarding Days. There is a gripe that they feel like they're not getting that for Jada right now. And I've heard that a lot, and I've been defending it because I do understand that, with time and things and contractual agreements, sometimes it's just not possible. But I felt like I got a satisfactory point of view and perspective spoken from Jada about her perspective. However, I feel like I got to bring forth that a lot of viewers are not feeling the love in getting that investment for Jada, specifically because Jada and Eric and Nicole's storyline with this abortion. Jada had the abortion. Jada should be focal. I mean, the abortion is the groundbreaking part of the storyline. That makes it different from all these other triangles. Am I wrong?
no, you're right.
Exactly. So I feel like I'm going to bring forth that Jada did not get highlighted as much as the other players, considering she was the one that had the abortion.
I think maybe, and I could be wrong, but I kind of feel like maybe they were trying to make it a point that it's not a big deal. Cause that's a very Catholic based soap opera. They got priests and nuns. I don't know, maybe they're Episcopalian. I think they have priests and nuns too. But for them to just be very everyday lackadaisic about this, Jada made her choice. What's done is done, and we're gonna move forward in life. Like nobody's dwelling on it. Nobody's sitting there making her talk about it over and over again. She's not being berated for it. Like when Ashley had that abortion, Nick and Newman made Ashley Abbott have an abortion. If anybody want to know what it looks like for a woman to push a woman to have an abortion, that's what it was. That's why I said Nicole should have minded her own business, but she did not make Jada make that choice. Jada made that choice, and I feel like the show is just uh, trying to show that as well. This is her choice. It was a big deal, but it wasn't that big a deal. And we're just going to move along with life because that's what you do in real life. You don't sit there
Hmm.
and dwell on it for 80, 11, 50 million years. Oh, I had my boyfriend's baby, but then I had the boy. No, we just moved on. I wasn't trying to drag myself down with these crazy ass Brady Blacks. And that's
Ooh,
the
child.
That's the boy name and the family's names. These Black Brady's, I'm not trying to have none of it. Then even that's a damn play on words because if she'd have had the baby, it would have been a damn black baby. Black Brady. Her Black Brady would have been a Black Brady. So
it would have been.
right. So I think that's what they're doing. I think, especially in this climate where there's a lot of back and forth, they're just trying to show it from the perspective of this is just something that people do. And it's a medical procedure. That's what she said. I had a medical procedure. I took some days off. It's these other mouthy ass people running around giving all the damn details. But she just said, I had a medical procedure, took a couple of days off. Hell, that could have been getting a bunion scraped off her toe. We don't know. Except for the mouthy ass people who've been telling everybody else that she had an abortion.
Exactly. They were normalizing it and not trying to make it out to be this worldwide, countrywide, citywide sin. Because here's the thing: if it had been gossip worthy, Leo ass would have been talking about it.
Thank you. It would have been a whole blind item in the Salem Tatler, whatever damn newspaper is called.
Even though Leo ain't getting his column in the Spectator, I still think he should hit Sunday up for some little cheap coins and just make a newsletter and put that bitch out and leave it in the town square. I would.
I would too, because I did that.
Wow. Because he does have a lot of hot pipe and tea.
He got all
so
of
if they
all of it.
Listen, guys, somebody just hit the nail on the head. If nobody hires him, Leo could be resourceful enough to self-start. He could do that on his own. It only takes a couple $100 to print up some flyers and drop all the tea and start branding yourself Lady Whistleblower. Somebody would have to say, you know what? Maybe we should give him a job so at least we contain him because he's doing a lot of damage out here on these streets.
Get you a subscription service running, baby.
I'm gonna need Leo. Whoever had that idea is a genius. He needs to be an entrepreneur. Go ahead, honey, put that feather in your cap, that gripe, and we're gonna speak that into existence because we have been known to do that.
True.
Leo has just been turned down by everyone about his brilliant idea about being the lady whistleblower and having his very own page 6. I'm going to need him to get that entrepreneurial spirit to get on out there and make a name for himself. And then I need his mother to come back. Judith Evans needs to come back. Gloria from Young and the Restless needs to come back to days as Leo's
ain't doing shit with her in Genoa City, so why not?
Facts. Talking about bringing them back. Let's speak that into existence.
That actually is a good idea. I'm gonna have to make sure I post about that on the Twitter. Maybe
post about it a lot so I can
get it in front of the right eyes. We'll see about it.
You never know. Jamie Giddens is out there. I'm sure he's watching Twitter.
Definitely. So yeah, and today's days was as entertaining as always. I want to talk about Eric's decision to just go over to the dark side.
That's how you want.
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
He want to kidnap his own niece. Didn't we already do a kidnap story on this damn show?
Yeah,
Come on.
People get kidnapped in Salem a lot, though.
We do that all the time. The last one was Nicole's daughter, Holly.
Girl, the last kidnapping was damn Susan Banks.
And Bonnie.
We're talking about the child. We're talking about kids. Talking about kids. Kidnapping kids.
Susan Banks and Tripp was the last people to get kidnapped.
Yes, we just did that. That wasn't even 3 months ago.
Right.
That's a can. This is a town that houses the Damaras. People get kidnapped like a couple of times a quarter. It just happens.
These stories move fast, Ken. They come and they be gone.
God! I need people to get. Okay, do these people got liability insurance? Like, what the hell? You gonna get kidnapped at least twice in your life at this rate living in Salem?
Let me tell you something. It ain't Salem if somebody ain't getting kidnapped, brought back
That's
from the dead or possessed by the damn devil. That's just
or
Okay, now I
impersonated.
Honestly,
don't know.
at
That's
this
why it's
point,
mm,
called.
I can't tell you who hasn't been kidnapped in this town.
right.
Everybody's been kidnapped and detained for one reason or another.
Even
And
And
listen,
that's
at
why it's
one
called
point,
Salem.
yeah.
Listen to the
and
name.
see, at one point in time, only one person was getting possessed by the devil. Now he go and he strikes his spirit
From
out in
person to person.
everybody.
Equal
What the
It's
opportunity.
hell?
Salem.
He
It's
like he
Salem.
likes Marlena's bloodline. He apparently was really hopped up to jump around so he could get Sierra and Ben Baby, and then that didn't happen.
Oh my God.
Equal
We gonna have to throw
opportunity.
some holy oil on these people's they what do you call them? They communion wafers or something because it
Well,
ain't working.
I'm
let me tell
convinced
y'all
that
something.
Salem is next door to Harmony and they both on the head.
Okay. They got the same zip code or something.
They right
Okay.
next
Um,
to each other.
listen, Eric brought up the fact today that Kristen raped him. Now
He
he
sure
wants to get
did.
his, and he want to put his ass on his shoulder, and he wants
Yep.
to take Kristen down. I feel like he wants Kristen's ass. I feel like
I feel
what he
like it's
want to do is get raped
misdirected
again.
anger.
No, I feel like he want to get raped again. How he
I
gonna
feel
go?
ooh, no you
Let
didn't
me finish.
Sam.
Let me finish. How is
Mm-mm.
Eric, the saint, the ex-priest, gonna go to Brady and tell him the solution to getting rid of Kristen because she is controlling our lives is to kidnap their daughter?
Are we
That
Eric
sure
is
that
also
are we sure that that's his niece and not his daughter?
so hold on. The fact that
definitely.
Brady did not punch him in the face when he
Yeah.
said that, he lost even more points. Now y'all already know how I feel about Brady. I do not have a high opinion of Brady. Okay?
He's special, child.
The only reason why I abide with Brady Black is because Kristen Demira wants him. The Queen Demira wants his ratchet
Mm-hmm.
behind. So I abide with him. Now he is going to entertain an idea that his saint comes to him about kidnapping his own daughter. So already you done fell from grace now. Before the end of the show, he has done agreed with it.
They done
Listen,
lost their
Was
mind, both
Eric
breathing
of them.
fire. I'm
Eric
breathing
needs to
fire.
flog himself, honey.
I want Kristen to destroy him. And if that means bending him over and taking him without Vaseline,
Sam,
then that's what it is.
Oh my
You know
God.
why? He's
Sam, she
begging
is
for it.
not finna strap up and bend him over. Stop it.
I
Without
need Sammy to come back to
Vaseline.
this bullshit,
Yes.
Without
cause
Vaseline. You know
cause
why?
she
Mm, mm, mm.
He's
Don't
looking,
do my
he's
baby like
begging
that,
for it.
Sam.
He's going after her daughter.
Don't do my baby like that. You
No,
know
he's
he
begging
is
for it.
suffering.
He's
He
begging for it.
is hurting, and hurt people hurt people.
But
He
he gonna
needs
get
to be
hurt.
flogged,
He gonna get
not
hurt.
that kind of flog.
It's
Damn.
not
I mean,
going to
the
be
thing is
pleasant.
that the problem is that Eric is doing something that he normally does not do, which is
Yeah,
stooping to the level of the people he's going against. And
and that he don't like.
that's actually one of the general problems of the supposed goody goody characters in Days is that they tend to not want to get on the level of the quote unquote bad person in the story. You see, the people who felt the best in Salem are the people who don't have no problem going to no level. People like Gwen and Sammy and them, they don't lose too much because they quick to get down to your level to fuck you up, so to
Yeah,
speak.
and can we safely say that this is all under the instruction and the in direction of Sloan? Because it had not been for Sloan telling him, you are listen, you are entitled to feel this way and act accordingly. He
Yes,
wouldn't be doing all this. He would
it is
Yeah,
100%
Sloan
Sloan's
just told him feel what
influence.
you want to feel.
yeah.
Exactly.
That's right.
Feel what you want to feel and do what you want to do. I do it all the time.
That's
Thus
right.
Now,
That was
making me further enjoy they coupling because
now,
baby.
now, of course, when all of this comes out, because everything comes out, Sloan will obviously say, "I did not tell you to go off and kidnap nobody's child. That's not no relative. Okay, that's not what I told you to do."
And
well.
hold on,
Hopefully,
where the hell is
Nicole
he
will
gonna
come.
keep this child hostage? He ain't got no address. He ain't got no real. I mean, he do. Everybody can go back to the end, but at the same time, she she get found there with the quickness. So what he gonna take the baby back to Clone House?
No, he said he's gonna take her on a trip because the thing is, uh, Rachel's a Demera, okay? She's a
Right.
Demera, she's a Black, and she's a Brady.
You
That
right.
child goes
Triple.
missing. The whole town is looking for her. Okay,
Yeah. That.
that's so Eric cannot keep her in Salem. There will be no place to hide in Salem with that particular child because
And
that child
apparently
is
she can't go to Zurich either because the grandparents is going to freaking Zurich too twice.
they're supposed to go to see Austin, Carrie, and Noah. So it's just it's not going to work. So
Right.
Eric will literally have to take her out of town. But what we all know is coming down the pipe though is that Rachel is going to make off with that orchid. That's what the
That.
hint. That's what the linchpin on this story is going to be. And
Yeah.
Brady has been stupid and has
Mm-hmm.
listened to Eric, and
Yep.
he's gonna allow Eric to take Rachel on the trip under the guise of her being kidnapped. But the
Yeah.
problem is when Rachel takes that trip, she's gonna have the orchid with her. Why? Because she heard her parents talking about orchids,
And it's a
and
magic orchid.
a magic orchid, and also then she also heard Eric told her today that it only works with real mistletoe. So the child has it in her head that she needs real plants to get the things that she wants, especially since she
Exactly.
was talking to Kristen about when she was going to get her full wish. So you see, the Wonder Twins are going to completely bite themselves in the ass with this stupid plan.
Well,
What did
well,
we know? The
actually,
righteous brothers. The righteous brothers. Yeah,
actually, Brady is
Eric and
going to.
Brady.
He gonna wake the bear. See, this whole thing, Kristen been playing nice. She been
Yep.
playing fair. She has been telling the truth. She has been
Yep.
on her good behavior. They're gonna wake the bear, and that's how the fuck they gonna get. Everybody is gonna be in trouble with dying
But
because
see, this is
of this
now this
stupid,
is gonna
foolish
turn into a
Eric
gripe.
idea.
And that's gonna turn into a gripe too, because you're right, Can. The only reason why Kristen is in this descent from madness is because Victor Kiriakis, God rest his soul, took her live, healthy baby that she had with Brady, which was Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
What's her middle name? What's
I don't
Brady's
remember.
mom's name?
Who now?
What's
Rachel.
her mama
Isabella.
name?
Isabella.
Isabella. Rachel Isabella Black. He took her and replaced her baby with a dead baby. Kristen lost her
Oh,
living mind, snapped. The little Asian nurse went over the stairs and died. And after that, they persecuted Kristen for killing the nurse. Well, what about persecuting Victor Kiriakis and Xander Kiriakis for stealing her baby? It literally made her snap. She lost her living mind. She didn't try to kill that girl. She didn't care. She just pushed that girl out the way and she went looking for her baby. And she
Now,
went on the run for that
whole
stuff.
thing.
That's a gripe.
Well, now,
So
while,
what I'm
now,
reading,
while I agree that I don't believe Kristen's been given enough legacy for what she went through, unfortunately, her craziness has begat more craziness because now she's holding three people's lives hostage to try to get back what she felt was stolen from her.
but
Which
listen though, the other flip side to that is Kristen didn't do that. Orpheus did that. What Kristen did is she took that orchid and she saved their lives in spite of Orpheus. So Kristen is also the hero. What she did was she took some off the top because she the house. If you playing cards in my house and you winning, I'm gonna take something off the top, get the fuck out. She took something off the top. She letting him know they gonna still need this orchid. What I'm gonna need you to do is allow me some time with my daughter and you so we can be a family again. I don't see that she's doing anything evil because nobody's being hurt that.
but this is where the whole thing's gonna blow up in her face. Because now that she's schemed, she's got people scheming against her, and it's all gonna result in that orchid going MIA and those three women going back into life jeopardy. So if she gets the
Yeah, but
credit for
that's not
saving
on
their
her.
life,
That's
she
on the
should
people's
or
life.
is but
You're
that's the
not gonna
problem.
say
If she gets the credit for saving their life, she gonna get the credit for their asses dying when the orchid goes MIA because she was playing games to get what she wanted.
that would be Eric and Brady causing the
That
orchid
would
to
be
go
Eric and
MIA when
Brady's
they
fault,
kidnapped
Oh
right?
no,
Rachel.
it's gonna be their fault too.
Yeah, but I see
But
what you're
it's
saying. They're
gonna
gonna
be
direct it.
it's going to be all of their faults. Them for trying to
Mhm.
count her for scheming, them from trying to counter scheming, and the three idiots in between betwixt their schemes actually losing the only antidote that the women have. So when all three of them keel over and drop dead, then all three of them are going to be hated for it, not just Kristen.
And as they should, because as I tweeted today several times, what Eric and Brady concocted today, and I know we going into overtime.
Yeah,
Um,
it
Yes,
is
they
what
fine.
they concocted today was to kidnap and use Kristen's daughter as leverage to get what they want. How is that any different from what Kristen did when she took the orchid from Orpheus and gave it to them in order to get what she wants? There is no difference. So I'm a need for there to be equal justice under the law.
well, I'm gonna agree to disagree with you on that one because we rolling in the 8 o'clock, so we need to roll on the wild so we can get the B&B. We can come back to this at a later date.
Yes. Next, which
Put a
we
pin in it.
Okay.
in it.
All right. So Y&R has they've made some strides this year, but they've also took some serious step back. So just a brief recap of what happened today. It's still Christmas Eve in Genoa City. Um, Kyle Summer and the Cookie Monster made it up to the cabin after Daniel stopped by the Abbott house to give Summer a present. The most interesting part about that was Daniel is ducking and dodging questions about Heather and Lucy, like I don't know what, and I am deadly, deadly curious as to what the hell happened. That it is now Christmas and he is in Genoa City, and neither Heather nor Lucy is anywhere on site, and it don't look like they're gonna be on site anytime soon. So that's a mystery. So they get
All
up.
I know is that Heather is Paul Williams's daughter, and that pretty soon Christine, aka Cricket, and
Mhm.
Danny is fixing to get back together. So maybe
Yes, ma'am.
maybe we
Yes, ma'am. I saw that.
all gonna die because I don't see Christine just divorcing Paul out of boredom. She been bored with that man for I don't know how long. So I feel like
Hmm.
if they fixing to right this wrong, go on and let Paul die. And let Danny be the one to get Christine through her grief.
Ooh.
Hey, it works for me. I mean, Doug ain't coming back to the show anyway, so it's whatever. And the show did end. The last scene of today was Daniel being all depressed in his hotel room when what do you know? Who knocks on the door but his daddy? Well, not
Yep.
his real daddy, but the only daddy he knows. So Danny Romalotti is back in Genoa City. Welcome back, Danny. We missed you.
With his fine ass.
It still look good. I know, kid.
Tony.
Still look good. Damn good.
Tony. What
I
the
want,
heck is he drinking?
I want y'all to know how excited I am because when I first got on Twitter to do soaps, Michael Damian was one of the first people that I followed. He was doing his radio station talk show. I don't know if he still does or not, but it was on either Tuesday or Wednesday nights. Like I followed him and he played music and talked about stuff, and I thought it was awesome. And he would talk back to you when you sent him tweets. It was like mind blowing to me because I'm like, this man is a for real celebrity just talking to people. Like he was my first interaction on Twitter with
Wow.
so I'm like, I can't believe he's actually taking the time to talk to me. Like we talked about like that one time he was on the Facts of Life. I don't know if y'all remember that, but he was on the Facts of Life. He sure was. And I sent the little video like it was fun. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna manifest this. Danny's coming home, and maybe he gonna get with Tracy. But it would be awesome if he got back with Cricket. And he was always so positive about those things. I would be glad to come back anytime they ask me. I mean, yeah, I'm not doing nothing but making these Christmas movies. Everybody damn Christmas movies. He's
Right.
Hmm.
Yes.
him and his wife making movies. Laura Lee and her people making movies. Allison Sweeney, everybody making these damn movies. So him and his wife was making.
Tanner making movies.
I think
Hey,
Tanner.
you gotta get your hustle off the screen. Wait, hold on, wait. Let's not get too far afield.
We're not gonna get out.
Did you ever tell
So
him? Did you Bubbles before we get off topic? Did you ever tell him how much he looked like Richard Marx?
I did not tell that man that he looked no damn Richard Marx.
Well, okay, maybe that's just me.
now Stefan did post in the chat that He is quite tired of Billy Boy, Abby, Ashley, Nikki, Victor, Victoria, Phyllis, Nick. Will basically have to show. Not to mention, he's also pissed about Ashlyn being wasted, and that he's also tired of Devon and Nate. Now, I
I
have to
don't know where
agree.
to start.
Hmm?
I don't even know where to start with that list because his list sounds like a lot like my list. Where we start?
Exactly, because Y&R has some pretty obvious flaws. One of the problems is
Mhm.
whenever they get on their shit, so to speak, they lack balance. Like this show got eaten up by Newman Enterprise bullshit and corporate mergers for most of the year, and that was just not it.
Correct.
Okay, we do not
Correct.
need all these businesses combined together, but it kind of bespeaks of cheapness. I feel like they do these things as some kind of a ass backwards way to save money. Like case in point, Stefan pointed out yesterday, and I realized he was right. Everybody who's staying in the Grand Phoenix is on the same floor except for Sally. Like one of them is in like Tucker's in 405, Daniel is in 406, and Stark is in 407, and Sally's in 601. So not only do we not have more than one restaurant for these people to eat at, we got one restaurant, one coffee house, and everybody on the same floor of the same damn hotel. And I,
All right.
and all these mergers that was been going on all year, from the start of the year to the end of it, has just ate the show up alive, and it's just, and the thing is, it hasn't been given the drama. It worked as good setup, but it has not been giving the drama that it was supposed to give,
It
because
wasn't giving
all
what it's supposed to give.
right, because all these mergers just end up peeling out at the end. The companies merge and you don't get nothing from it. Like we haven't seen any fallout from Jabot buying Marquetti.
I
Okay, I mean, so it's like y'all just up here slapping names all on one billboard to say that all these people work in the same place. Because I think y'all just don't want to build no more sets because you're a bunch of cheap ass. So
okay.
that's what. Yeah, so that's one. Another merger, another gripe that I have for Y&R is that when they're trying to make certain stories happen, they will take couples specifically, jam them in this story, and not give them nothing to do. The two casualties of that this year were at the beginning of the year. It was Sally and Adam. You could not get them as a couple doing anything that was about them because they were up to their eyeballs in Newman Enterprise and Newman Locke and Newman Media shit. So as a result, by the time that couple broke up, even though they were together from Valentine's Day to well after the 4th of July, that's a decent amount of time in soap time. Even though that was the case, they spent all their time fooling around with Newman business instead of fooling around with each other, so to speak. Same
No
things happen.
balance.
Exactly. Same things happening with Summer and Kyle. Summer and Kyle don't have a story that's about them. They are too busy being caught in the crossfire of their parents having disagreements over Diane than they are anything else. So Skylar has no story that's about Skylar. They're in their
Mhm.
parents' story, and that's it. Mm-mm-mm. And let's see. SB Ryder says, Y&R gripes, the rapid and strange aging of kids, Charlie, Maddie, Reed, Connor, Johnny, Christian, etc. Yes, to basically obliterate us having teenagers. The wasting of Ashlyn, the Winter Chancellor merger, and the Three Riches versus Diane. I have to agree. And then I
Yes,
have to agree
I
with
have to agree.
Amaya saying that so far the best part of the year is the Newman Spectre baby, which,
Yes.
yeah, the preview for next week pretty much
Right.
confirms Sally gonna turn up prick.
It's
Uh,
pretty set in stone.
Pretty much. Now, will the child live to see the day? We don't know, but hey, it's been.
I'm gonna think positive.
Who's gonna push her down the stairs?
No,
Victor?
no, 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 no. Ain't nobody gonna push. She ain't even gonna walk down those stairs. She gonna use one of them chairs like they had on the Gremlins.
I
Victor?
mean, the Dingle child.
She
Look what
not
happened.
gonna walk down those stairs. She ain't wearing no heels. She ain't
Listen,
having no tripping accidents, none whatsoever. She doing non-grip heels,
but
non-slip shoes.
the chair on Gremlins went through the roof, so you
Before Spike fucked it up.
Mm-mm.
she could go either way, girl.
It
And
really
let's
can though.
see. Yeah, and we also have a whole bunch of waste. Like Killing Ray was obviously stupid. I mean, supposedly they killed him to make room on the canvas or make money, but it was dumb. They've underutilized Sharon to the point that we don't see her outside Crimson Lights. I don't even want to talk about Michelle Morgan and the fact that the best actress couldn't even get a goddamn story. But whatever.
Yeah.
Amon, they wasted Amani too. We had all that build up with her and Nate for nothing.
Can I throw back an old school gripe?
Sure.
I still don't like the fact that Drusilla is still dangling from that cliff. I need them to bring Drew back
Child,
on GP purposes.
she
I
the
know it
one
won't. I listen. I realize it won't be probably Victoria because they got anyway and I'm sure it won't be Miss Victoria Rael, but I need Drusella Karen to come back. I've been having this gripe for a while, and I ain't gonna lie. That's one of the reasons why I
Honey,
stopped watching Y&R back in the day.
I really feel can at this late stage in the game, all the way in 2022. I
Don't
feel
bust my
like,
bubble.
I mean, I'll be honest. I feel like Belle must have written it in blood in the charter for Young and the Restless that couldn't happen, that we never got it. It's the only
Baby,
explanation.
Bell didn't write that crap. He didn't write that
Sony,
crap.
whoever made the decision apparently must have it written in ironclad rules that no matter who's running this show, that's not happening, because they could have been did that. It would have
Listen,
been great.
listen. Okay. I'm listening to what Amaya said. Listen. One of the uh what is Baker sisters, Barker sisters. I don't care, but I'm hoping it will be Drew. But if they bring Olivia back to tame her son, that's fine too. I don't care. One of them matriarchs need to come back.
we should have
You
been
oh,
Olivia back too.
you're
Yeah,
not wrong. The Winters family extended clan needs guidance, because of course Neil passed, so that's gone. So they need guidance,
right.
all
That's
of
what
it.
I'm saying.
Divine needs guidance. Lily sure need guidance for to be wasting
Yeah,
her time with Billy, and Nate ass needs some guidance. Hell, even Elena needs some guidance, that she's sitting up here still wasting her time with Nate, and they not doing shit with her character. Elena ain't did nothing interesting since she screwed Nate in that clinic. That was the last interesting thing Elena did.
that's what I'm saying. Like
That's
I need.
true.
Okay, we know it ain't gonna be. We know it's not gonna be Neil's character. I need one of their mamas to come back. If I can't get Drew, I would definitely, absolutely take Olivia. Without any questions. Yes, because like I said, I need some black mama energy on this
Yes.
script.
Yes.
I mean, but
That's
that's
all.
but that's the thing. Even though technically we know we still have
Yes.
the Winters Wednesday
Valid.
tradition, all of our people of color are terribly underused on this show, and in the worst way possible ways. I mean, they finally let Devon do something interesting. Finally, by banging Abby ass, but everybody else is just holding the phone. Lily over here with a long face, schooling around with Billy. Elena, I'm just so disappointed of what they've done with Elena for the last year. I don't even know where to start.
Now, what have they done with Elena? But send her out of town. Oh, Elena's going to Hawaii. Oh, Elena's going back to Hawaii. Oh,
Elena's going to Baltimore. What the hell?
right. Elena's gone to Europe. We don't even know. Like,
We don't even care. I don't.
we
I
don't
don't know.
care. Elena's gone.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that, he done had five. You know what? He is damn faithful to Elena, because he done had 11 million opportunities to cheat on her. He done went out of town with Victoria. She done come home with a new hairdo. Like maybe she got something, but we know she didn't.
Mm.
Um, and he been faithful to Elena's bland ass. And she bland because they don't know what to do with her. She once Devon cheated on her and she cheated on Nate, she should have just been bouncing back and forth with somebody's baby, trying to figure out who she wanted to be the daddy.
Listen, once
Mm,
she got out that relationship with Devon, she became very less interesting to me anyway.
mm.
Like I wasn't checking for her no
Oh,
how.
Oh, and of course, my greatest, yes, SB Rider, my greatest gripe of why I know of all the things I'm pissed off about is the fact that we don't have a teen scene and they're barely laying any tracks to get us one back. You see how Days
Correct.
is sitting up there setting up Ari and Rachel to be those bitches when they're ready for
Mm-hmm.
them to be those teen bitches?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we should be getting on YNR, and we're not. Instead, we got a Faith who finally got age, because Faith was like one of the first characters to actually age in real time in ages. And then when they finally made her a teenager, she got a little interesting for 5 seconds, drinking too much and blowing out one of her kidneys in about 2 days. I'm still not sure how she did that, but I guess maybe her system must be delicate. Maybe all that Newman money means she can't handle her alcohol. I don't know. So, but once she blew out her kidneys and went drunk driving and got bullied at school, that was the end of that. And she got reformed, got a new kidney, got recast. They aged Moses and cast him, and then proceeded to let them sit around Crimson Lights talking about how to get their credit scores up. Child.
Right, like they was old ass. They was old ass people. These are the worthers. They supposed to be out here doing something, but y'all really do have them out here like they are old married couple and been married for 50, 11 years. Well, we've applied to get some of the equity out of our home because our baby girl is going to college. And
Mhm.
we're so proud of her. She's gonna be just like her great granddaddy. Yes, we love our baby so much. Like they was really setting up home week, and then now we don't hear nothing about Moses. And Faith is out here in Europe with people we don't know shit about after the year she had.
Exactly. She off skiing. She's not home for the holidays, which was talked about by both Nick and Sharon a little bit between yesterday and today's show separately. And it's just like y'all did all of this work to put teens actually in Genoa City for us all for nothing to happen. They already discombobulated the storyline by messing up people age. Like the fact that Maddie, Reed, and the other twin are all kind of supposedly in, I guess, the same age category, and Moses and Faith just got old enough to go off to college. I'm just sitting here staring at Johnny and Connor being so chummy and getting along with each other now that they're brothers, thinking, wow, they may actually have two Newman brothers who are well adjusted and like each other in the future. And I'm just like, y'all gonna screw all that up. You got Christian locked up in the cellar somewhere. All we hear about is his ass, but we don't ever see his ass.
Victoria is not fixing to let them kids grow up whole. I don't care what nobody say. I'm always gonna think the worst of her. She's not
Oh,
gonna
I agree.
let kids grow.
Today showed that. Today really showed that because she's insecure.
Yeah. And that little boy talking about how he don't like cilantro. I don't. And then Colin was like, you know what? I don't like cilantro either. Mama, you like cilantro? No, baby, I don't like. Oh, look at that funny. The three of us, we don't like cilantro. Must be in the genes, ain't it? It is. And the first thing Victoria gonna do is take them kids out for tacos and load that shit up with some cilantro. Mama, we don't eat that. It tastes
Heavy on the
like
cilantro.
I can't wait.
Take like soap.
I can't wait for one of them to have a fit and be like, oh, this got cilantro. Chelsea don't put cilantro in the food when she make it.
Mm.
Mess.
I'm wait. I'm waiting for Johnny to kind of sort of want to call Chelsea mom someday, and to watch Victoria have a complete nervous breakdown over it. That's what I'm waiting on, because it's coming. Because I'm sorry, today was funny when you had Adam having to tell Billy, "You sure it's okay?" Because I know my sister and she ain't gonna be cool with this shit. And Billy was like, "Nah, I'm gonna take the He's like, "All right, better you than me."
Girl, that's what it was for me when Adam was like, you Victoria, my sister Victoria Nicole Newman, she okay with my sister okay with this. Okay. I mean, did you check with her? Because I just know one time I heard about Nick had took one of her dolls and then Nick went missing for like 2 days. I don't think she gonna be okay with you. You asked her, and then Billy gonna talk about, no, I ain't ask her, but I'm his daddy. So, oh, bitch, okay, you gonna play that card? Okay, all right then.
Mhm.
I'm the boy's father. You go right ahead.
Yeah, but yeah, better you than me. Couldn't be my ass. So I don't blame him for that. Like, yeah, I'm not getting caught in the crossfire of this. So yes, as that whole story evolves, it's going to get Victoria's gonna be even more cracked around the edges than she was over this whole Ashland shit. And I'm here for it just because she get
Me
on my
too.
goddamn
She
nerves.
get on my nerve too. Ever since Heather Tom stopped playing her, she been getting on my good last nerve. Tap dancing on it.
Well,
Facts.
unfortunately, they sat up here and then handed Elena a shirt that came straight out of Victoria's goddamn wardrobe. When I saw her in it, I'm like, oh no, why y'all got her in that Miss Marm school marm damn shirt? That came out of Victoria's closet. I know that.
She probably got it from the Hope for the Future line.
Mm,
You know they've been going to LA for clothes, so
Show do.
apparently so.
Mm-hmm.
they
And
got.
the look was on Victoria's face when she so Adam took Chelsea and both the boys out to dinner.
Mm.
And Victoria was all up in her feelings about it. And Billy was trying to tell her, and Billy's an asshole because yes, two things can be true. Somebody posted it that Billy's need to be the white knight for Chelsea can be an issue as much as Victoria feeling threatened by Chelsea having a place in Johnny's life for the first time ever. Both of those things can be true as hell, and they are right now. So Victoria was like, well, I want to see if I want to make sure that Johnny is comfortable with this. So Billy was like, okay, come on, we're gonna go over to society. That's where they went for dinner. Billy and her walked in there, and Billy smiling, Cheshire Cat. Look at them, they having a good time. And Victoria looked like the Grinch that stole Christmas, and her heart shrunk an additional 4 sizes too small. Sitting looking at her son at that table with Adam, Chelsea, and kind of having a good old keep time.
Girl and Billy. And don't
It,
forget Billy, because Billy the gravy. He's
exactly.
he's sitting there skinning and grinning like, girl, come on and join us. We having some family time. What you doing? Y'all working. Okay. Well, y'all want to come join us? Look, I'm even getting along with Adam. Ain't that some shit?
That's the psychopathic part about it. Billy up here, I don't like Adam, but this is for the kids. It's for the children. For the children.
For the children. And Victoria, the only one up here looking like the damn big bad wolf. She the only one they saying anything. But Billy and Adam, they sit there
Mm-mm.
like, oh well, we gonna love each other. I mean, it's for the kids. Do your dad. Like why are we gonna keep beefing over that when we can be beefing over something else? So what we gonna do? We gonna beef over something else.
Mm.
Right.
Gonna be
But living
friends and make
is.
you feel crazy. Like we gonna make you feel crazy because we getting along.
And that's going, and that I think that particular thing is going to persist because nobody else had a problem with that table. Everybody else, the kids were happy and everything, and Chelsea was happy. Billy was okay. Even Adam was chill. But then you had Victoria sitting up there like the Grinch. I was like, mercy, mercy be. I'd be if I was Adam, I'd have been laughing my ass off. And I think the last thing that happened was Jack and Jeremy Stark. So Jack agreed to take Jeremy Stark to see Diana. But what he really did was he took Jeremy Stark on a wild goose chase to give time for Kyle Summer and the Cookie Monster to get up to the Abbott cabin. Where they did Christmas with Diane. They decorated a tree. The Cookie Monster put the star on top. Diane took a walk outside and miraculously didn't die in that damn lake like so many before. So maybe she might make it back to town alive eventually. Um, so Jack doubled Stark's offer because he originally offered him $500,000, double what Stark said Diane took. So Jack told him, "Look, I'll pay you $1 million to leave Genoa City and forget about Diane. There's $500,000 in that briefcase right now, and I can get you the other half the day after Christmas." So Stark apparently took the deal and said that, okay, all right, I'll basically take this as a down payment and I'll be waiting for the rest of my money. And Jack left and told Stark, I'm sure you don't want to risk going to prison again anyway. You could take this money and go anywhere and do anything. So supposedly there's a deal on the books that gets rid of Stark, but I don't think he's going to give up on seeing Diane. And I really wants to know why he wants to see Diane
I
if he had just got $1 million.
I already told you, it's a damn baby got to be involved in this. It's a kid. I don't care what nobody say. This a damn kid somewhere because now this man got $1 million. You know he is
Correct.
not going anywhere. You know
Yes.
already he is not fixing to, fitna, or about fixing to do shit, but stay right there and wait on Diane. They ain't got no kind of guarantee that he's gonna take this
He
money.
ain't signed nothing or nothing. That's the part I couldn't get over.
That's the same shit that Victor did with Ashlyn, but for a whole lot more money because they told Ashlyn, take this money, get the fuck out of town. He took the money, left for 2 minutes, and came back and was like, fuck that, I love you, girl. Your daddy done tried to pay me off, but guess what? I'm gonna stay right the fuck here in town. And we can take this money that we got from your daddy and go start our own shit, girl. Come on, let's go.
Right.
Like that's what Ashlyn Locke did.
So listen, I only have one
I agree with
Y&R
that.
gripe. I only
Proceed.
have one Y&R gripe that I would like to air.
Mm.
This is that I literally stopped watching The Young and the Restless after they sent away Mia Rosales and Arturo Rosales. I recall when the Rosales family was, well, actually, who was first? It was Arturo was first. He was attractive. He was blue collar and he was talking business with Nick. They came up with a deal. It was nice. He talked about a sister. Okay, great. We figured a sister was coming. Then we got Ray. I enjoyed Ray. And then we got Lola, but it was Mia for me. She brought all the messiness and she woke up the soap for me. Because prior to the Rosales family, I was sleepwalking through Y&R. I would come home, turn on Y&R, do my normal routine. Most of the time, I wouldn't even be paying attention to what's happening. In and out of the room, maybe interested in a storyline, maybe not. But I was literally just a viewer that was still watching out of habit. When they sent away Mia Rosales, I knew something was fishy when they sent away, I think, Arturo first. And when they sent away Mia, that was it for me. I tried to keep watching it. I tried to force myself to keep watching it, but I could not stay invested. That is my only gripe for Y&R. And even to this day, there is not a single member of the Rosales family that exists on Canvas. Do they even talk about Ray Rosales that recently passed, maybe a year ago?
Every now and again.
So ever since Ray died, and then that's it.
Yeah, because they did mention Ray, but now they mention Ray more as a part of Chelsea's storyline, you know,
Correct.
or anytime they want to ask Sharon how she's doing since Ray's been gone. That's her thing. Is that Sharon is our remembrance. She's the person who is gonna be the one that does all the remembering of Ray. And as soon as Sharon stops talking about Ray, that's when we're gonna stop hearing about Ray.
And about Y&R, I also think that Sharon Case might be the blind item that Tara posted about in the Soap Opera Digest about an actress may be concerned about the her potential storylines because of a new hire, which would be Courtney Hope. And I duck and run.
Well, we ain't got but 1 minute, so ain't no need to duck and run. We'll put a pin in that one for the next conversation.
All right.
Because now we need to roll on to the most grievous of all daytime soaps that are still on television. That fashion show, The Bold and the Beautiful.
I'm not even gonna lie. If we end up going over, I'm gonna be okay with it because I feel like um we got a lot of grievances with this show. It's a lot going on
Hmm.
and everybody's mad. So can you go ahead and lead this charge?
Yes, honey, cause I want to lead the charge and say something that I like. Break from tradition
Oh,
and tell you what.
Festivus.
Yes, that what I liked about the show, honey.
Okay.
I like the fact that Steffi house was decorated to the T, and that we saw actual decorative pillows and no green blanket on
Okay.
her couch. I like that, and but as soon as I started liking something, they hit me with the 1-2 punch. Kelly got two grandmamas and one grandpa. Where they do that at, Francis? I'm sorry,
Oh,
who?
that
I
was
have a big gripe.
I caught that too in the clip. Like
I
Jack going
said,
to.
okay, so apparently Bill is no longer her grandfather, and then
Nor is Jack.
and she carried she done dropped the damn granddaddy and carried the grandmama. Okay, who to ask the grandmama? Cause I know damn well they ain't talking about Brooke. And who's her extra grandmama, y'all? They talking about Lee. If
Leah.
they talking about Lee, then they better be talking about Jack too.
Well, since it was Steffi and Finn, it would make sense that they talking about Taylor and Ridge and Lee and Jack. That
Yes.
would make sense.
Okay, but they didn't
Mhm.
mention Jack. That's what I said. Cause if they gonna mention Lee, they're gonna have to mention Jack. But she made a point to say Kelly is in there making her cards for her two grandmamas and her grandpa Rich.
Girl, they didn't completely cut Jack out the damn family over Sheila.
Jack
Jack
like
and
Jack
Bill is no
practically dead.
longer related to Kelly under no circumstances.
They didn't put Jack out the family completely.
Yeah, baby.
They burned the part of the family tree his ass is hanging on.
You
Mm.
know what I mean?
Excommunicated.
Ain't that some shit?
My
I,
poor Ted King.
I am appalled. I don't know how to feel. I want to be okay. I want to be hopeful in saying that they're saying that Lee is the grandma because she's actually been active, although it's out of off scene and we never know it, but because Finn talks about her and because she's so prevalent in his life by Jason their life, I would have to say that's piss po writing. That's piss po writing, and it's piss po because they know we was gonna pick up on the shit, and I want to know where the fuck they trying to go with this storyline. Excuse me, are we to believe that
Yep.
there will be some more hijacking of more children? Anyway, carry on. I'll leave that there. Anybody else want to go? Cause I got a
Oh,
lot
I'll
more.
go. Oh, I'll go. I'll go get it started.
Go
I'll
ahead,
go.
honey.
We can get started with a couple things. We can get
Yes,
started about
baby.
how this show completely fumbled the bag and lost Rena Sofa and completely trashed one of the best unexpected couples that they've had in many years, Quarter, all to
Quarter.
turn around and give
Mm-hmm.
us Carter and Katie, with
Yeah.
Katie in her bionic ass body needing probably another body part. So who giving up their heart this time, Katie? I am sick to death of this show. Of all the things I'm sick of, one of them is that they only find a use for Heather time when they want one of her body parts to go kaput.
Put her,
They'll do
okay?
shit else with that girl. All they
That's
do,
it.
Heather Time been in daytime too damn long and is too good an actress to get drug out the closet every time they decide one of her body parts need to freaking go. Okay, her heart. So she already had her heart replaced. She already lost her
You got a
kidneys and
brand new
got a
kidney in
kidney
the heart.
and got a kidney from felony. And now it looks like we about to bounce back to her heart. Not maybe her heart about to go down because apparently Storms was a goddamn lemon and it looks
Uh-uh.
like it's probably gonna give out too.
Let me
I'm
tell you what I think it
tired
is,
of them.
darling. The reason why they bringing up her heart. Because see, that's the shit we complained about. How the hell y'all gonna get rid of Quarter and put him with Katie, who has been famously, infamously known to not be able to get pregnant because of her heart? Girl, they gonna get her jump. Not only they gonna jumpstart her heart, they gonna get her pregnant.
Listen, today Grace told her that her heart was perfect.
Perfect condition.
Perfect condition. So
good.
It's gonna be a blessed miracle.
Yeah, so she'll probably go out here and get pregnant by car.
Yeah, baby. So
yes,
so
when Will is about to be an adult.
And
yes,
Will is about to be an adult
with his friends.
Exactly. He's off having Christmas away with his friends. So yeah, Will's being aged off screen for certainty.
Yes. So all the Logans are so happy. They got their all of them have their respective relationships. Why everybody else is supposed to kiss the ring? Bullshit. I've been griping with this show all year, as much of us have, and that's why this platform is no longer focused heavily on this show. So because the disrespect, the disregard, and the lackluster of it all. And my whole thing is, all the shit that's been floating around, it's all it's coming out slowly, but it is pressing, honey. I can see it. And all this stuff, ain't nobody got time for it. Ain't nobody got time for all this biasness. It's boring as hell. Who expect to watch some shit that is focused around you can't be the victim and be the heroine and be the motherfucking like you instigate the shit. You can't do all three roles and then expect for everybody to follow behind. Don't nobody want to see that. That's my whole thing. Like, how can they keep expecting for us to go along with this and be cool about it? That's on both sides, though. I'm just asking.
No, and I have to agree with Stefan. Stefan saying he was pissed that Brooke was the center reason for 2 stories this year, the New Year's story and the CPS gate. And here's the thing.
And then getting shot.
Exactly. So, which was the offshoot of the New Year's Eve story. And see, here we are about to be New Year's Eve again. And we still dealing with the repercussions of some bullshit that happened a year ago. Make me sick. Just like Days has like a way of running all their stories and having a specific beginning, middle, and end. Both needs some story control because they have none. They just drag shit on like a dog dragging its ass on your carpet because it got worms, and they just don't know. They don't want to treat it, and they don't want to do nothing about it.
Correct. And can we talk about Thomas? And can we talk about Thomas being the perpetual villain, the perpetual prop machine? Can we talk about how no storyline has been done on this show in the past 4 years that does not include them using Thomas or Steffi to prop up these people who they swear the show should revolve around? I mean, that can make sense. Because they don't make sense to me, darling. Do it make sense to you?
No, it doesn't, because that's all they use. They didn't turn Thomas into a Scooby-Doo villain. And he's a damn legacy character, the firstborn child of a super couple, and all they can do is turn him into a Scooby-Doo villain because they can't figure out what to do with other characters on the show. Lope, they can't do nothing with Lope, so it's just time to make Thomas the villain again, so Lope can have something to say.
Something else to talk about.
Brooke and Ridge are boring as hell. We need to break them up. Well, we can't possibly be all their fault, so let's just pull Thomas out of the closet again and slap the rubber mask on his face so we can say that damn Thomas did it again.
Even though they had been apart for almost the whole entire year, but negate all that and just roundabout and carry the Thomas over. It absolutely sucks because like they said in the comment, it's so many characters that they do have on here that's being wasted for literally 3 characters, and it absolutely sucks. Like, the same 3 characters have to be the victim and the victorious. Like, it absolutely sucks. How are you going to instigate the shit And then you finally lie. They find a lie that gets the fans to come back and to be entertained, only to pull a big ass bait and switch. Like it's like I can't understand the magic trick. It's not amusing when you can see the outcome a mile away.
No, it's not a magic trip. It's not a magic trip. It is undecidedly not magical. Like case in point, we had earlier this year, we had a good setup going. We had a good setup, and even though I was more pessimistic than a lot of people, but even I thought somewhere along the way this was going to play out to be a decent story, and it all ended up being for shit.
Bullshit. Exactly.
Absolute bullshit. We're absolutely with it, and this is why I stick to what I said earlier this year, and I will go ahead and I will reiterate it. Bold is not a soap opera. It is a situational sitcom. That is what it is now.
I also hate the fact that they literally were going to push two very good storylines, and it was absolutely intercepted by a hater. Like we literally were gonna get Throat. We literally was gonna get Brim. Brim was there, honey.
It was. I don't give a, and I will say this, but I don't give a flying falade da what nobody in these Twitter streets say. The setup for Brim was there. We did not imagine it. That was not wishful thinking.
Correct.
That was somebody sneaking something interesting into the script before their asses got caught by Brad Bell.
No. It wasn't by Brad Bell. Brad Bell was manipulated. He was manipulated.
Somebody caught it and then put it into it. I put it to you like that.
Exactly. Correct. And that sucks because it was giving it a little flavor. And when you season something with salt and pepper, that don't make it good, baby. You gotta put a little extract. You gotta put a little, put some garlic powder, put some Sazon on it in order for it to be seasoned. This ain't seasoned. Sazon, baby. Put some your mama on it.
I love the color Sazon in my white rice.
Let me tell you, slap your mama ain't nothing but some Lowry seasoning with some cayenne pepper. I said what I said. Fight with your grandma.
Fight with your mama, not with me.
I spent $15 to get all three of them damn containers, and all the shit tastes the same to me.
And that's okay. That's all it's supposed to be. Cause look, I bet you.
No, when you say slap your mama, that shit's supposed to be good. That didn't even got no MSG in it. That's just some plain ass black pepper with some plain ass Morton's salt and some plain ass cayenne pepper. I make better slap your mama seasoning out of my cabinet. I was so damn disappointed, and you can't return that shit. So I got 3 full containers of that over-salted ass shit that I can't use on my food. I absolutely hate it. Like I said, go fight your grandmama's mama about it. I don't like the shit. If anybody want it, you can send me your address. I'll FedEx it to you. I've never used it. I opened all 3, seasoned 3 different pieces of chicken to see what it tasted like, and I was fighting mad. That's why they call it slap your mama. Because if your mama makes something like that, you going to slap her for real. That shit might as well have been unseasoned. Now, I said what I said. Y'all going back to talk about
and can we also get into the fact that we had hashtag Billy going, and they decided to back burner and act like it never existed, only for Bill, a great retcon character, to come and say he can only be a real man and exist in this world if he has a Logan on his arm. He don't care which one. It got to be one of the sisters.
The regression. The regression. It was just terrible.
Piss poor, baby. You had this man going, you absolutely regressed him from going to have growth and being a full-grown man and acting according like he done learned his lessons of life, and to have him go back into being some piss poor shit just so you can hook him up with Sheila.
But that's the same thing happened with Thomas. That's the same thing that happened to Thomas.
10 steps forward and 28 back.
Right.
Right. But Thomas' redemption was longer. So if we're gonna chalk that up, a big grievance is that the fashion soap definitely will sacrifice character for plot every
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 single
time.
time.
every time. Every time.
Like,
And like
uh,
Stefan saying, Parent Trap 2022 was highly annoying because one day none of them parent trappers were kids. And
it's
it
all
sucked.
grown as
And it
hell.
sucked. It absolutely sucked because that's exactly who it started out to be, a child. And they flipped the script. Another great storyline, and only for it to be flipped for some bull crap.
And
Especially
wait,
when they had children that could do that. They have Sophia Marie Paris and Douglas. I'm sorry, Henry Samiri. Those two actors could have pulled off a Parent Trap storyline for
Correct.
Thomas and Hope,
And that's who they
or
had it for. That's who they
right.
had it for.
But we had our grown 30 somethings with kids out here parent trapping a worthless
Correct.
man, a worthless man.
Correct.
That even today, from what I heard, he's sitting around talking about he need to be a better man. What,
Saying the same
womanless?
shit that he said in the house at Steffi house around in front of Finn and Steffi, and saying the same shit and acting the total opposite.
Because he's gonna be a better man for Brooke and Hope.
Well, that's fine. He good. That's great. I want that. Go ahead, be that, all that, because that's the direction that they so feverishly need. Go right ahead. It makes
Didn't they
no.
say, is that what happened today? If you watched it today, Eric was
I did.
telling him that Brooke was gonna be there. They was like
Yeah,
happy Brooke
because
was
her
coming.
sister, now is the pretend matron of the house. So of course her sister was. That's what he said. Of course she would have her sisters to come over. So and then Charlie and Pam, the highlight of the day. My Pamela came in and she talked her roundabout way about Ridge, and yeah, the whole office know that they dumped you. Yeah, it was all over the.
it's all over the office. It's all over the office Slack channels.
The whole
That's what just
world.
happened. They talking about it on Slack.
Nephew, everybody know it was in Fashion Weekly.
Eye on fashion. And the other thing, and here's the thing. That's the thing right there that pisses me off, is that it's like somebody gets a wild hair up their ass and
Mhm.
decides that they have to write a specific thing that completely disavows everything that happened in the show before. And I'm
Mhm.
not talking about years before. I'm talking about something that happened on the show on Monday. They want to completely ignore that to write something on
Mhm.
Wednesday and then pretend that it didn't happen and go back to it on Friday. Case in point, somebody decided that after Ridge decided that he was going to divorce Brooke, that or annul their marriage, which I still don't know how they did that, but whatever. That Brooke needed her ego stroked. So she needed all the men who were still on deck and available to come and curry favor with her. Like, case in point, I was not supposed to like Chicon as much as I liked. I really wasn't. That was not part of the plan. That was not part of my plan.
Mm-hmm.
I had no intention of being interested in the con artist and the psychopath playing house above the Olive Garden. Are you out of your mind? That is not a that. What
And
is
can
this?
we talk about how Sheila, the pariah, the known villainous pariah of the entire soap, it's been given two fucking storylines with like, are you serious? They giving her two romances and
From the
they
look,
can't get.
supposedly she is getting something. But wait, hold on. I don't want to lose my point.
Storyline.
So when after Ridge decided he was dumping Brooke, they had Deacon come out of nowhere after having his nose full of Sheila, showing up at Brooke's house with a damn ring with Hope out of nowhere, and then him going back home to the Olive Garden to arrange for some romantic damn date with Sheila downstairs with the security cameras turned off. Boy, what?
Okay, sucking on her 9 toes. You dirty rascal.
Exactly. And then same shit with Bill. Bill over there huffing and puffing and blowing down walls, talking about how he's gonna be there for Brooke and he's gonna take care of Brooke and all of this other shit. Just turn around and be all moped up talking about Katie, you're the one.
My
Boy,
Katie. She wasn't even clear of the landing. Brooke had went upstairs and she wasn't even cleared off her landing before he professed all his undying devotion and love to Katie. Like, who does that? Like, this
and
is
it
a billionaire.
and it don't make no sense because the problem is that they want to write these things,
Yeah.
have them acted out on screen, and then like within 48 hours try to pivot the character in another direction, and then wonder why everybody's just side-eyeing them going, this is some old bullshit. You love who?
Yeah.
You don't love nobody. You was just telling her you loved her yesterday. Now you love her because you got,
It,
oh no.
it's never cohesive. Like it's not running. It's not running in the same. It kind of feels like there's like 4 different writers and they got different days of the month that they can write, and now none of their stories match.
That's
None
right.
Right.
It
of them
seemed
are
like there's a
matching.
battle in the writers' room. It seemed like there's
But
two forces working against each other, and a house divided cannot stand because
it
this
won't.
shit is as disjointed as it can be.
You got that right. But see, that's what happened when your supervisor and got the best interest of you in your show in mind. That's all I feel. I feel like when you got the worst supervision in the world.
And some people can't take power.
No, they can't.
Some
Absolutely
people you
can't do
can't
what
give
they need.
anything.
You got that right. Cause they will lie to your face to get what they need. Not even what they want, just what they need to have. Mm-mm.
And
So
it's
I
And
got I
ridiculous
got a
because
gripe
it,
for Bo.
go ahead, man.
I haven't. I don't think I have had too many gripes for Bo tonight, have I?
No,
Okay. I have a gripe that I'm going to always have, regardless if I watch the show or not. I hate that they completely wiped out all the Avons when all of
amen.
them were developed, had led stories. Um, who was nominated? Which one was it? Anna Marie or was it Abba? One of those were nominated
Abba.
for one of their roles.
Abba.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Um, popular characters like in couples like Zendaya and Nicole. Popular characters like Sasha.
Correct.
Sasha was my favorite Avon.
You better
Sasha
believe
and
that
Thomas.
too.
Wyatt and Nicole. I mean, all of them
Oh,
gone.
well, they pissed on Wyatt Nicole a long time ago.
Maya
Mm.
with Rick and Carter. I mean, this was a family that was involved in story and
Mm-hmm.
leading them in killing the game for a
Mm-hmm.
couple years. And
Mm-hmm.
then it seemed like within a week's time, 7 days' time, all of them were gone.
Yep.
But listen, the only reason they went balls deep on the Avant family was because they was trying to get the
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
LGBT community behind them because
Yep.
they fumbled the ball with Karen and Danny. And so you done fucked it up with the lesbians. Well,
Yes.
now we're gonna hop on the next train running, and they decided to go with the trans character.
And
And
fuck that up.
Maya was supposed to have been trans to begin with.
Exactly.
They then wrote her as having a baby, and then
Yep.
they turned that into her adopting her friend's baby.
Correct.
Yep.
And Bill had paid Ricky Paul Golden to come to town because he was her ex-boyfriend, but he was really the little girl's biological father. Like
Correct.
they fucked up a lot of stuff, but they did all those changes and backflips because they
Mm-hmm.
was trying to get the attention of the LGBTQ community.
Correct. Because
They did, and as soon as they got their fucking awards and trophies from the rainbow community, they did with the Avants what they do with all the black and
Yep.
minority characters on this show. They send them away. Y'all forgot
Yep.
Lorenzo Lamas was colored. That man's a whole Hispanic. and they play, but he passes for white, and don't nobody remember that Lorenzo Lamas.
Kristen husband Dominguez is supposed to be one. Zende daddy.
Tony. Tony.
Tony.
Tony Dominguez.
So they don't they get rid of everybody's color.
Yeah,
Show do.
because you know why?
Bad.
Because it's clear. If you got blonde hair, that's what matters. So you know damn well, coily hair like mine, just of course it don't matter.
And somebody had the nerve to say, Katie better watch out because Brooke will be on Carter next.
I
Brooke
doubt it.
Never.
Not that. No, no,
will never see Carter's chocolate.
no, baby.
I ain't gonna never see nobody's chocolate. Like she got a little black grandbaby, and we don't even see her with her little black grandbaby.
No, they done took the whole name from the black baby and gave it to Hope baby.
Right. So you're not gonna never
Yep.
see Logan being nothing more than handshake friendly with the color. I said what I said.
I need you to know that the Brooke show will never be anything like Dynasty when it comes to having same level like excellencies within the color community, because Dominique Devereaux, baby, go toe to toe with any one of them hoes, and you ain't gonna get that on this soap. And that's the variety that I particularly don't feel like that they would do, but I would like to see. But they ain't gonna give us what we want. They ain't gonna give us what we like, because hell, we can't even get the stuff we like with the stuff that's on it. And can we also talk about, it's supposed to be a fashion show and hardly any fashion? Like they just had a fashion show, and it's been 4 years almost before we had this one.
And probably gonna be another 4. And we can't get any competing. That's the thing that will piss me off ever. We do not have any competing fashion on this show. First of all, I don't want to hear nothing about no more in-house competition. I ain't having it. Forrester versus Forrester, fighting inside the same company for resources is bullshit. You are supposed to be dealing with an outside fashion company.
Correct.
An upstart, somebody who's trying to knock you off of your pillar. But
exactly.
we can't even do that because they won't even devote the time, the energy, the resources to maintaining enough staff to be, because the thing is, you can't have a rival fashion company if you don't have people working at it, because they want everybody ass working at Forrester or walking around Forrester 24/7.
Correct. Everybody is supposed to be, and listen, they don't have the stretch of imagination anymore. So therefore, there is no competition for any one of the Forrester lines. Well, I'm sorry, the only Forrester line, because obviously they don't do couture anymore. It's only hope for the future. So if they only focus on one freaking line, you know they ain't gonna come up with no daggone opposition. And I'll let the opposition before then was literally in-house opposition, and that never happened.
They got rid of Sally. That could be my last complaint. Sally Spectra is of the Sally Spectra from House Spectra Fashions, the knockoff.
The last of her name.
And,
yes.
Well, now Sally Spectra Jr. is the last of her name, but for now, anywho.
For now.
But she is a designer, not a knockoff artist.
Exactly.
She was a fantastic designer that actually won the fashion challenge in.
Sure did, and Bill lied and cheated out of it.
Sure did, because that's what he do.
That's what he do.
And, yep. And so that's another gripe. That soap opera got rid of any actress that was going to take away time
and shine. And shine, because you can't literally put Sally in any type of competition with Hope, because then that would be kind of like bringing up the whole thing where once upon a time Hope was married to Wyatt. You know, the stuff that they try to forget. You know, stuff they try to have everybody like brainwashing, do the Men in Black on. Yeah. So of course they're not gonna have them two in competition with each other. But anyway,
Not only that, but you
They
also
had
can't
Sally
you
Spectra fetching coffee for Hope Logan.
what kind of
That
shit?
is nothing more than a glorified supervisor. They had Sally Spectra, a designer, fetching coffee for Hope
Mm-hmm.
Logan, and Hope telling her that she would never design for Forrester Creations. Like she
A
got a fucking
fucking
say.
clown school dropout.
who
Get
don't
fetched
design a damn
coffee.
thing.
Get fetched
They
coffee.
don't.
I love that because Leo went to clown school.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fucking clown school dropout. She didn't even get her red nose. She a fucking dropout. Get
Now,
listen.
oh, and yeah, and the
Facts.
comments brought up a good point too. You can't even. That's the thing. Hope for the future has to be venerated so much that you can't even have anything else enforced at this point. Case in point. Remember, the whole reason Ivy was brought on board was to handle the jewelry line after they fell out with Quinn.
Correct.
But now Quinn, but of course they sent Ivy back to Australia. Now
Right.
Quinn is gone, so her fashion, so her jewelry line is gone.
Her
But
multi-million-dollar line.
exactly. Before they killed Allie, Allie was there to design shoes for the family business.
And you
And
know
then
And
what?
And they lied to her about that.
even more recently, before everything went left, Steffi and Thomas and Zende were talking about Thomas and Zende collaborating.
Hmm.
Well, they did
Just
collaborate
talk.
also for the future.
hmm,
Well,
That's
no, they
it.
Th-
were talking about them mixing their designs. No, something different. It was a fusion. They was talking about at the Cliff House. Y'all know I
Uh,
love Zende.
yeah,
Yeah.
This
that's
was
exactly what
this
it
was
was.
Zende and Thomas working on one design together.
Mhm.
Correct. Correct. Because
It was a
Zende was
fusion
supposed to
of
go
their
under
talents.
Thomas's wing. He was
Well,
supposed
I
to
don't
be
know
going
about
from.
that because they was talking
Yeah,
about
that's what it
this was more
was.
like a it was more like a partnership.
I know that's what I'm saying. He was supposed to be giving his cousin, that he always looked at like a brother, some pointers
Yeah,
because he was getting good.
yep, that's exactly what they said. That Thomas
Yeah,
would take Zende under his wing, and I found that odd because I'm like, well, Zende's already designing, but
right.
Thomas been designing for a long. Thomas been
Hmm.
all his life. Thomas been fighting because they ain't really never let Thomas design unless he been fighting for his fucking life or
Fighting his daddy.
fighting his daddy
That's
for
why
his marriage. You know,
that's why I
that's
say it seemed like two different writers is writing from time to time
well,
because
child,
they have different characteristics.
it's been since Bill Bell passed. Now it's after 9, so we're
hmm.
gonna start wrapping it up, and this is gonna be the last show that we do here until next year, because I gotta get things together. But we will continue to do spaces on a daily basis. I made that rhyme. I didn't mean to, but
Hey, look at you rapping.
I got bars.
Okay,
Yes, indeed.
hella bars.
Can I sneak in one last B&B gripe?
Uh huh.
The fact that they've suddenly decided to make Taylor and Brooke friends in order to rehabilitate
Baby,
Brooke's image. Because that's what that shit is about. Just so we're
Yep.
baby.
clear, this is not about Brooke and Taylor in consort realizing they're too good for Ridge and too good for his bullshit. Because that realization is about 25 to 30 years too late.
Late.
This is about them rehabilitating Brooke because they see
Revamping.
that a lot of people don't like the character of Brooke and the
Yeah.
bullshit she do, but
Yeah.
they do. But Taylor, to say that Taylor has been off screen more than she's been on from the second they recast her with Krista Allen, all her fans came back to the hive like they always did. So
Yes, baby.
how do you make somebody who you don't like likable, make them friends with the most likable person around, and
And it
that's
won't
Taylor.
work. Did
No, it
y'all
won't
hear
work for
that?
me
To
neither.
the people that's in that's listening, it ain't gonna work.
It don't work for my ass neither. I just wanted to point it out so that certain peoples out there in the airwaves understand you ain't slick. We not
Yep,
stupid. Keep that shit. Yeah.
that's right.
Yep,
See,
they
and
already
I
have
thought it
Steffi
was
and Taylor singing Brooke's praises all the time. Oh, Brooke is so great. Oh, we
and
don't deserve that.
they best
And
friends
all the
now, girl. They best friends now. They best friends.
They finna braid each other hair and have sleepovers every night.
Everything that we wanted for Sheila and Taylor is now fixed to be fixed to be Taylor and Brooke.
it did their
Or
good to
everything
write
we
Taylor.
could have had
It
that
wasn't
with Lee and Taylor. Shit.
Yeah, but we can't have
Baby.
this because we can't take the spotlight off of one person always being the
No.
focus point of every story, every
Yes.
single one. Steffi and
Yes.
Fan can get shot in the chest and fall on a
Yes.
pile of garbage, and it'll be
Mm. Mm.
because
Yes.
Sheila did
Because
something
they
Brooke.
gotta, because
They
Brooke
got
took
to
a
no Brooke
sip.
can't find out, so
The,
Sheila and Finn got
the
to go.
non-alcoholic couldn't tell the difference between non-alcoholic and alcohol. Oh my
But that's what I
God.
mean.
I'm
They
telling.
literally took bullets in the chest over Brooke getting drunk and having a voluntary kiss with Deacon.
Dad had mental breaks and everything. It's
It's
5 minutes
religious.
after 9.
Listen, everybody got to
We
go.
gonna have to put a pin in it, y'all, because we is running over.
Yes, we're
Yeah,
gonna have to put a pin in it. But I agree with all
ethics.
of it. And y'all know we've been doing it. But
Of course.
thank you guys for joining us tonight, and we will see you again after the first of the year. There will be announcements posted. But thank you. This has been a great season.
It
It
Yeah,
has
was.
been.
I've enjoyed
Material,
myself. And
so have I.
happy holidays, everyone.
Happy
Happy
holidays.
holidays, y'all. Y'all all have a good Christmas weekend, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, and stay warm if you in this Arctic vortex bullshit.
Ah, for
That's me. Roger out. That's me.
real. All right, girl. We'll send you some wood and some matches.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
indeed.
Send me some cable signal.
Right.
I hope you got your barbecue grill and some charcoal. That way, at least you can have some hot food, girl.
That's
Girl,
right.
girl, I got prayer. Got Jesus on my side.
Huh.
Bitch, you better get some
Amen.
fire and some wood. You better go freeze it, girl.
No, I'm not.
You better get something tangible to keep yourself alive. Let me go. I love y'all.
We love you too. Thank y'all for hanging with us. We hope you enjoyed this Festivus, and I think we should do this again next year too.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank
Merry
you,
Good
guys.
night,
Christmas,
everyone.
everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.